Yeah, like, I mean, I don't even get it. Like, a firearm's an inanimate object, and they say it kills people. Do you think any of these are ever gonna, like, jump up and fight somebody or just start going on a rampage? People kill people.
Yeah, if a gun shot at me with no one behind it, I'd probably shit myself.
I would call a priest. What if that thing exercise? You know, and all this stuff with these gun-free zones and whatever. I mean, they're just victims then. They're victim disarmament then, you know? Just ridiculous some of the stuff that's going on.
You ever seen a mass shooting at a gun range?
No. I haven't.
Loading or carry options for your ammo for your shotgun. I use a couple different things. I prefer the use of a side saddle on the side of a gun because it keeps it readily available right there, right next to the receiver. It does increase the weight of the firearm a little bit, but not so much that I can not justify having one. The other way that I typically carry it is in a pouch or something. This is basically if you get a shot in it, just a loose shotgun thrown inside of a juice pouch. This is a considerably large douche pouch. I don't think that anybody really...
Well, you are a huge douche.
Thank you. I take that affectionately. But basically what I'm going to do real quick is show you there's, you know, some guys will say, well, do you run your shells up or down? And there's a reason I typically run them all up, but I've got them stacked this way so I can demonstrate two different ways to do this. So basically you've discharged your firearm and the thing's empty. So I've now no shells in the tube and no shell in the breech. So typically what happens is people will rotate the weapon over, pull a shot shell from the side saddle and drop it in to the breech and ram it forward. Okay? If you've got them stacked vertically, or if you got them stacked with the brass up, that is the proper way to do it. Because if you think about it, from here to here, with the brass up, the brass is towards your thumb, you pull it out, and it's a very short distance to come from here to here. And ram it forward. If you have them stacked the other way, it's better to reflect the weapon the other way so that you don't have to manipulate the shell. When it comes out, you can see that the shell comes out with the brass towards your pinky. Underneath, up and in. The plus side that I see to this is once you've got this weapon reflected over here, the reason you breech loaded that weapon was because the tube is empty. So if you have the weapon reflected like this, it's very simple to pull a shell and immediately start charging your tube. As opposed to if I pull it out this way, I have to manipulate this around to get it in the right position. Or my other option is to pull it out and bring it all the way around like this, which is wholly unrealistic. There's no way I'm going to be able to do this in a situation where my adrenaline's pumping. So to get that from the other side, swing this around, pulling this out like this, see it comes right out of the side saddle and directly into the tube. Whereas if I have it like this, then I have to pull it out, manipulate it around, and slide it up inside. So those are some food. That's some food for thought for you guys on the direction in which you load your side saddle. And I'd really like to compare that with the Mesa Tactical that rides on the side of this Benelli Supernova right here. You could just tell by looking at it that this is a better constructed piece of hardware on the side of this, but I wanted to get the kind of the comparison as far as the ease of loading, whether it's just more rugged or if it actually functions better. So I've got one in the pipe of each weapon, one shell up for the breech load, and then five vertical shells for the tube load. Ready?
Ready whenever you are.
Give me a mark.
Shooter ready?
Shooter ready.
In go. Come on, princess.
Weapon clear. Oh, it's heavier. It's considerably heavier.
Nostalgia there, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. Man, that just feels good. I don't know why. Go string.
More boom boom.
Clear weapon. And honestly, hands down, the Mesa Tactical side saddle is so far superior to that. Now I will say, side by side, just compare them. You can just see that this is an all aircraft aluminum construction on this. And that is polymer construction. It does have an aluminum base plate here, but this is all polymer construction. You can see it flexes. This has rubber rod in the middle of it to retain your shells. Shells come out of here significantly better than they do over here. Hands down, period.
Now,
what I will say, this was $29.99. This was $85. So.
And that's actually a decent price on one of those too.
And that's a really decent price.
I've seen them more like 160.
Yeah, you can get them. You can really
for Remington 870. They're about 160 bucks.
So depending on your model, but I will just say that as far as the product quality is concerned, Mesa Tactical, and I will always say that Mesa Tactical has just a better overall product line than your TacStar stuff. That's just the way it is. But you're going to pay for what you're going to pay for it.
You are.
So that's my data, and that's what I have to say about that.
Yep.
The last thing I want to do is do a few test runs with the speed feed socks real quick. So I'm just going to go ahead and charge up. I do believe that both of the speed feeds are charged with 2 rounds. So I've got one in the pipe. We're just going to try to just see how it goes. First, I'm going to destroy that box right there. So
one sec.
Good?
Yep. Dusty. Oh, look at that.
So that's an
look at that. That's like gymnastics right there.
Yeah.
That shell just...
So, needless to say, that's going to take some practice. I think I'm going to go ahead and charge them right back up, and I can show everybody the function. Basically, it's a tube. This weapon's empty. I'm going to go ahead and set it on my boot, and that's going to piss some people off. But basically,
Look at that. Look at that.
Yep. Basically, the shell just goes brass down and slides right in there. It is retained by this index point there on the front. You can see it has a little bit of a rim there for retention of the shell.
I think it will need some breaking in.
It will, and you can see it's, this is brand new stock. You can see where it's definitely scuffing here and tearing away at some of the polymer. So as it works in, it'll get a little bit better, but just out of the box quality, you can tell it's a little bit rough. Same thing on the reverse side. So the reason I chose these stocks is because this has a 6-round capacity in the gun, and then a 6-round, because it has a 6-round capacity in the gun, whereas a lot of the other guns you can get 7 or 8 or even 10, depending on the length of the tube. This increases my carrying capacity of the firearm overall. So I've got 6 plus 6, 12 plus 4 is 16. So you've got
potential to hold 17 if you put one in the, well, no 5 in the tube, yeah.
But anyway, we're gonna go and try that sequence one last time. Mark?
Go.
So I think I did that backwards. I think the way it should happen is this should go up into the breech right away. Weapon clear.
Yes.
Would anybody like to try loading from the side saddle or the speed feeds?
Not on that weapon.
Not on that weapon?
I'm gonna do a little bit with that side saddle. I'll do like 3 on that side saddle, 3 on mine.
Okay,
If I can get
that's
a second opinion to validate whether that's actually worth the money.
Mm-hmm. All right, mark, shooter, begin.
Whoops. I'm so used to having it loaded. They are a little sticky.
Once again, the other thing that we must consider is that is brand new
Yeah.
versus I probably have 1,000 rounds through that Benelli.
Yeah, these
Side
are
saddle.
a little sticky. Oh yeah. They come right out. Yeah.
So, opinion?
I mean, is it really 4 times the price difference? It depends on what your resources are, but you will see a significant difference in how easily the shells will come out of this.
Mhm.
And
So you can take that into account when you have your home defense shotguns staged and ready to go.